This target version, the 2021 version, build 19280, is the last version where you can work with so-called classical reports. If we look into my personal folder, we'll see one of these reports that has been made in a version prior to the 2019 version, this one. And when we zoom to fit to page, it looks like this. Let's go and open another tab. And actually I'm going to open the very same report one more time. And also here, let's zoom to fit like this. But also let's bring this one into definition mode. So now we got the same report in preview mode, but also in definition mode. Here from the definition mode, we're going to, as you'll see later on, copy these data objects into the new report format. Next, we're going to open a third tab. And on this third tab, we're going to create a new document from a blank report template. So this is where we're going to design our report in the new report format. Let's have a look at the old report, this one here. And for instance, we got the header up here, sales report by sales manager. This is something we have in definition mode here. We can see that it's using a Sego UI 20 as a font here. And also it's using this frame color here, this one here. So we're going to replicate that in the new report format. It's not something we can copy, but we can easily create it as a new text box. So let's just insert the text, sales report by sales manager. Manager it was. And then we had this font type here. It was the 20 Sego like this. And furthermore, for this text box, it has to be left aligned, the text itself. And we also got this border thing. So I'm going to add a bottom border with a specific color like this, the same color as on the old report. Now we just need to resize this one so it is put more or less in the same place as on in the old report, maybe something like this. And again, looking at the old report, we also got a report footer with some page numbers, and another thing we need to recreate in the new report format. So some fixed text together with a number of system variables like page number, and also another system variable here, total number of pages. So this one needs to be right aligned and proper size and also proper italic style. So yeah, of course we need to remember the border here. We need to have this colored border. This one is made as a top border on my footer text box. So it's just a matter of resizing and placing it into its correct position down here. All right, maybe this one needs to be aligned as well. Okay, so now we got the header and the footer in place. And the next thing would be to start copying some of the data objects into the new report format. So we want to copy these data objects, the KPI, the donor chart, etc., over into the new report format. We'll have to do that from the definition mode. So for instance, the KPI object here, right click this to copy it, and then go to the tab with your new report format and paste it in there. You can only do it one data object at a time. So the KPI object here just needs to be resized. Let's try to find the middle of or the center of the page here, maybe like this. And then we can go and copy the pie chart. And this one pasted over here. And now we can use the alignment tools to get it correctly aligned with the KPI object. Like this. And now we just got the cross tab and the line chart to go. So let's do the cross tab here. Paste it. And this one goes below the other two objects. Just about here. Maybe you should try to resize some of your columns, maybe like this, and the other three columns, which are measure columns, you can also use this auto-fit option, auto-fit measures, to make sure that it fills out your entire crosstab object. Now, if we go back to the old report, we can also see we got a kind of a title here, top 10 customers, and you probably need to recreate that on your crosstab as well. If we look into the pie chart here, we can see that this one already got a title, this one, and I just want to see, alright, this one is using the font size 15, so we'll probably use that for the title for my crosstab as well. And I think the title was my top 10 customers, like this. So let's just OK on this. Maybe the crosstab needs to be resized slightly. Oh, by the way, the font size here, remember that was size 15, so we need to do that one as well. Alright, one more data object to go, the line chart, this one here. So this one also just needs to be right-clicked and copied. Going back to the new report format, right-click, paste, and put it into its correct position and correct size. Something like this. So here we go. Now we covered all of the data objects from the old report format into the new report format. Let's have another glance at the old report. And what I'm looking for now is this kind of header that we got here, Fina Telluride, kind of page header. On page 2 we got Justin Cartwright, and page 3 we got Bradshaw here. And we need to kind of replicate that in the new report format. And here on your report page, it's called a iteration, and we're going to create an iteration crosstab, and we're going to just add these sales managers into our iteration crosstab. And when we fetch data, we see these, well, 4 sales managers. Actually, Maggie Warren wasn't supposed to be there. If we go back to our original report, we can see that we have some criteria, and the easiest way to copy that is to go to your criteria editor and make a copy of your criteria, and then go back to the new report. I'll probably have to OK the iteration here, and then go into the criteria editor from here, and then you can paste in the criteria very easily like this. So OK on this, and if we go to my iteration and edit this, we can now see that we got the same 3 sales managers due to the criteria as in my original report. Now we just need to display these sales managers' names in the upper left corner, and we'll use a text box for that. And this one is going to be using dynamic content. We're going to use a member from our sales queue, from our salesperson dimension, the managers, sales managers like this. This is probably all we need. Maybe we need to change the font here. I think it's 18 and bold on this. So OK on that, left aligned, and then we just need to resize the text box and put it into its proper location, just about here. So now it's actually been done, and in order to verify that it looks okay, we will have to print the new report format to PDF. So now it's producing a 3 pages PDF file, and it will open up in my PDF reader right away. We can go here and have a 2-page view like this. So on the first 2 pages we got Fina Telluride and Justin Cartwright, and if we move on to the 3rd page, we got Bradshaw here. Now this Bradshaw page, let's have a close look at this and try to resemble it to what was in the original report. And this is actually my Bradshaw page here, and you can see it's an almost identical copy of that page. So it seems like the conversion is completed, and we probably just need to save our new report. So go here, save as, and if I want to put it into the same folder as the original report, my personal folder, just need to give it a name here. So let's call it Sales Manager Report again, but maybe with the extension it is the new format. So let's save it here, and if we go to our folder, open it, we can see the old report and the new converted report right here.